Straight into it. Straight into it. Righto, how's it going? Oh. Let's begin our day. Our night? Our day-night. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty well. I've just been working on some water-related things. Which has been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun, I guess. No, it's been very interesting. Doing all of this. Oh, wrong button. Right, because I... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I did get that working last time. Now, one thing I do want to... There's a couple of things I need to fix. But, yeah, one of them is the weird... This kind of shit. Although that's... Yeah, that's towards this direction. Which means that... And that's supposed to all be flat. So I wonder what the... I'm like 99% sure the issue is... is related to... floating point error? Although we are still getting flow over here, which is odd. That should be multiplying down to 0. Although, let it go. Yeah, so I think today we're going to be doing a little bit of cleanup. I was, I just set up a little test level in like 10 minutes today. Or just put together a fucking shitty-ass shader. But you can see, if I zoom out, so out of the simulated zone, yeah, it should be kind of resetting the water back to its like target position. Somewhere here-ish. And then from in that point, it would then start doing, you know, simulaty bullshit. So like here, I mean, it's a little bit cursed, but yeah, you can see at this point, I believe it's not simulated. I'll need to do... Well, especially here, it's not simulated. But yeah, the theory that as long as there is a continuous mesh, so like in the case of a river, right? It's like as long as the edge of the simulation zone has some water to feed in, then it should all be pretty happy to do water stuff, right? Or is that Guild Wars 2, Matt? Which one? You don't mean like the Path of Fire ones? Ah, which one though? This is all grass, by the way. This isn't sand. It's all yellow and red grass. I mean, it could be sand. Maybe it should be. I don't know. I know nothing. But yeah, I think first up is figuring out why we're getting all this, like, fuckery here. And then MMO touch, yes, same. That and old school RuneScape. Any other MMO I wouldn't recommend. Hello, Lady Cat. What are you doing? Using Gerstner for the surface. Not right here. This is all just, well, simulated, you know. It's all simulatey boy. Which there isn't actually any waves happening, but for the oceans I use Gerstner, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. This is it's fine. I don't know. I don't know if this is going in the right direction. Like, it looks nice, flowing down and all that kind of stuff. I don't think there's any way for me to... I might have to start tracking the vertical... you know, the vertical element. So, like, yeah, when there is water coming down here... it knows that it has to kind of, like, crash. And, like, you know, start doing foamy shit. Or at least indentationating. But I just don't know how I want to do that. I also need to figure out a nice way to do, like, water sources. Because, like, for example... can I... Does a... Okay, alpha is, like, the water bodies, right? So you can see as I go up here, we're, like, revealing a bunch of water. Right? And so there's never any... Or, like, the edge... The edging... So, like, over here... at the edges, we set the water height. And so that's how it can flow down here and whatever. But as soon as I go... Oh my god, I'm stuck. Fuck. Let me... Piece of shit. As soon... Pardon me. Okay. As soon as I go here... this river will dry up. Because there's no longer anything near the edge to be feeding it in, you know? So in theory, this should all just fade out into nothing. At some point. It should dry up. So I guess I need to do... something in the water data RVT that says, hey, like, this needs to constantly replenish water. You know what I mean? Skyrim, there are no water source, water's coming out of nothing. Yeah, well, exactly. But, you know, like, we might want, like, a little... You know, if we were being more realistic, a little, you know, tiny little hole that, you know, ends here geometrically. But we want water to be coming out of it. Yeah, although maybe I could just do that with a, with like an actual input, like I do with the Priz debug shapes, you know, so that, like, you know, you can create water at any point, at any time, using, yeah, like the same as the wind and stuff. That way, you know, when a character throws a bucket of water, you can spawn water and it will do its thing. Maybe. Simulation is expensive. Not necessarily. I don't think I mean, if you think about it, what's a 256 by 256? 65,000. So, 65,000... Well, okay, no, think of it more like this, right? Where, you know, in the modern era, we are rendering... a big screen. What's this? Like... It's big. And a 256 by 256 is... Well, if this is... How many pixels up is... 1080. So a quarter of that. So that's about a half. And a half of that is this. So a square. Okay, so... Doing our water simulation... Oops. Is like rendering a translucent material, like a translucent plane, that is this big on our screen. Obviously, it's like a very complex... You know, there's a lot of math there, and a lot of sampling and whatever. But, you know, if it was a very simple one, then... Does that kind of make sense? Because, like, all the simulation is just for each pixel, here's an instruction. And obviously there's added costs because it has to, like, write data. And, like, cache things and actually operate on stuff. But, yeah, that's sort of... the gist of it. So yeah, simulation doesn't actually... It sounds a lot more expensive than it actually is in practice. Hard to do realistically, probably the hardest thing to animate on a realistic scale anyhow. Yeah! So, like, a lot of it you have to kind of fake with, you know, well, extra detail doodads. Like, you know, like all of these ripples aren't simulated. They're just, you know, panning texture. Doing flow map bullshit. You're using ghosts as default water stuff. Does that mean you have no chance of tackling buoyancy? No, there will be buoyancy. There will be buoyancy. It'll just be doing a... Well, okay, so the plan is, or the hope, is that my water model... Okay, you can see the edge is right here. So hopefully my water model can be robust enough to actually handle, like, wave behavior. So I think this is a floating point error thing. I might try changing it to a 32-bit. Oh, it's so overkill. This is more expensive to pay for someone to build than as a performance class. Yeah, true. Unless you get the Prismatiscape plugin for $34.99. In which case, you can have all of this at your fingertips. With maybe a price increase around the corner. So make sure you get in early. Get on that early access, you know. Yeah, so why is this all draining down? That's what I want to know. From right about here. Like, because we can't be... It could just be a floating point error. Oh, that might be from, I'm pretty sure that's from Vorticity confinement. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. So one thing that I've ended up doing, the way I'm actually doing the water now, is I'm storing the simulation height in Z, and then to the render target, D, and then to the render target, the B channel, it takes the... without some fuckery. Now we are getting... What's that all... Let me turn off Vorticity confinement. Now that's odd. And where's all this shit coming from? Like, what the fuck is that? This is flow XY. But how are we getting flow out here? Can I explain again? Which part? I can't. I don't know what English is either. Yeah, it is cool, guy. Very lightly. But yeah, it is actually doing some Z stuff. Yeah, That's weird. I guess that's part of the... Oh, no, that should be up there, right? Although, no. Yeah, I don't know how to handle this. I really don't want to do a procedural mesh. I feel like that's so, like, even a GPU mesh is giga overkill. And it's also like, this needs to work at a distance. So all of the unsimulated water. Why is the... like, what the fuck? Where is it draining? How? How and why? Alright, well, I do need to do a gigantic cleanup on this whole shebang. One thing I do want to do, though, before we go any further, is water input to water sim. Depending on how hard it is implementing Niagara, would it maybe be feasible to use a sparse voxel tree or something? Can you edit this? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because at the moment, well, because yeah, the thing is that, like, the water, so our simulation zone is only like a 20-meter radius around the character, or around whatever the user wants it to be. And so all of the water has to exist, right? So, like, if we look at the water from over here, it's water. And then as we go over to it, it gets edged into the simulation. So you can see the simulation, yeah, dies about here. I'm in this corner. So yeah, I don't really want to do procedural meshing because it just adds way too much complexity. What's our deform input? Deform input is a vector 4. I just want to, like, use this. You know what? Just fucking yeet them together. I don't care. I just want to do this to... Fuck, what would that even be doing? It would be adding to the column height. Okay, that's a lot of water. Oh, that's also getting negative values. Can I just, like... Fucking dog. Generate the grid offline. Yeah, and that kind of makes it harder for, you know, doing... What's it called? Thingo stuff. I don't know. Right, so one thing I wanted to tackle first is overhang stuff. So, like, for example, if I do this, you can see that there's, like, bits here. And it kind of, like, you know, clips. It clips. Which I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, it's not terrible. Maybe I don't even need to bother with it. I think once there's particles and shit, it'll probably be fine. I don't know. I also wanted to, like, kind of get rid of the, the edging. By doing a good old, depth without water minus depth from world position, which is just camera distance or a direction vector. Yeah. Just wanted to do that. Divide by 10. Saturate. Multiply the opacity. Where the fuck is it? Bruh, this isn't the water shader. Fuck. There it is. Right, are you going to crash on me again? No. Okay, so this should just make it so that where the water is 10 units deep, it shouldn't have... Oh, fuck you. What the fuck is... Huh? What? Huh? Don't tell me the... That can't be right. Do they all not get... They draw to the depth pass, like literal. Scene depth, pixel depth. Can you just like fuck up? Is that allowed? That is allowed. So does that work then? Okay, pixel depth works. Okay, that should soften... Yeah, it softens the foam edges and shit. So that if the water is right, you know, deep, or not deep, then, you know. Yeah, I don't know whether I want to make the water kind of extend out a tiny bit at edges. It would be pretty easy to do. And then also, what the fuck do I do here? You know? That is still a mystery to me. Because there's no way to... And I don't want to use... well, I can't use opacity mask if I'm using pixel depth. Because that would do a feedback loop? Is the pixel depth... Well, yeah, no, because the masking changes a bunch of shit. No, you know what? Fuck it. I think it's fine. I'm not even going to bother with that bit. Oh my god, there's a fucking tidal river. Also, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know. Is that just like... it might just be the flow map being shit. Alright, what was I doing? Alright, what was I doing? Right, I wanted to figure out why... how would audio be done with the precision like GPU callbacks? Like scheduled callbacks. So you can queue up a GPU callback that will get read on the next frame. So basically, I'll just have a system that can read from render targets. Can read from render targets, and then on the next frame, or whenever it gets back to it, can return, you know, the color and whatnot. Or, you know, color and intensity. So, yeah, we'd be able to just get the water velocity, you know, at points around the player. Maybe have them kind of like randomized, and then they would just lerp up, you know, a meta sound, you know, intensity or something. This song, every time. I need to get that off the playlist. Bloody Gnome Party. Renders do basically anything? Yeah, pretty much. Maybe it is. And said, I'm guessing it's the bottom one. Nope. Let's just grab it from here. Okay, so now we're just not even factoring in the Gerstner waves and shit. Because maybe that was our issue. No, we still get it. Is it just that there's a height mismatch? Like if I just said, oh yeah, get this. Fucking, I don't know, minus... minus some value. Just stream keeps dropping. It's fine for me. It must be restream as fucking usual. Fuck restream. Dogs. Yeah, I mean, I'm streaming at a very consistent 2.5 megabit. I haven't dropped any frames. Dropped frame 0. That must be on Restream's end. I know, I might have to look for a different host. Oh, why is that? Oh, because that's saying... No, that's... Okay, that's cursed. Why is that? Okay. And if we go over here now... Okay, that looks better. Oh, wait, no, there's literally no fucking water now. Oh, I'm just, like, fully fucking dumb. Okay, now they're set up proper. Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? If I could just have internet that doesn't suck fat balls. That's interesting. I see. Whoop. Oh god. So they're around the wrong way. Okay, there we go. Adam, how's it going? Fat ball mentioned. That's right. Alright, so now, yeah, we still get this shit. Where is that coming from? I guess it's because we do it at the start of the frame. Well, if I did this, so I lowered the height over there by some amount, would it still get angry? There. Let's do it like 15 or something big. Still doing it. What about -50? That's a really big number. I just want to see if it will ever flow the other way. No. What? What the? Where is this flow coming from? Oh, well, no, I guess it's this part. Oh, no, that's the actual column height. This is the edges. Yeah. I'm so confused. Why is it fringing in? Because, yeah, like, I need lakes to not have, like, fucking water moving around everywhere. You know? That would be ideal. It's not a damn river. You say it to the wind. I mean, not this amount. It looks like it's artifacting from something, though. But what's causing the artifact? And if I let's see, if I approach it from down here, is it a different color? Okay. Still far. Is it a floating point precision thing? I wonder. What are you working on? I'm trying to get the simulation edges to do... well, to be nice. There's a couple of things I need to do. Like for whenever in order to call the water system finished, first need to do edging stable edging. 2, improve imrepove. I guess particles is I guess it's called stable sim edging. Stable sims TM edging. I was also thinking, what if I just didn't, what if I only use velocity to do the water flow? Like, what would that mean? It's derive water flow surface. Yeah, this bit here then goes into this guy. But what if I just, like, didn't... Like, water height flow just fucking does nothing. What would that mean? Because, like, the acceleration should still go in. Okay, no, it just gets angry. Because there's no damping. I don't know. I might revisit that another time. But yeah, goal 1 is just to get the edging done good. Like here, like why would it be that moving is changing anything? What it behaves on the edges right now, I guess the simulation stops on the edge. Yeah, so it doesn't stop, it just inherits the properties of the initial water body. So, I mean, you can see it right here, this is kind of the issue, is that this is the normal water, the one that's still, and then at the edge... It's supposed to be essentially copying the height of that water, and then the edge would then use that, you know, that value. Or if it was like a river, and the river had a velocity RVT, you know, to like drive while it's outside of the simulation zone. We'd just be using a flow map on the river so that it still looks like it's moving, and do some, like, you know, some rough distance field bullshit to make it not look totally stagnant. But then as it comes into simulation zone, the edge would feed in that velocity of the river, and then it would continue into here, into the actual simulated area that we can play with and whatever. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It's weird because it's like, oh, what's all this shit? Like Like, how is there any values down here? And is that... Is it just because of the velocity, maybe? So I just need to yeet the velocity out the window. Which would be in water domain data. I mean, this is all a big fuckfest right now. Ah, wait, hold on. Water velocity... Right, no, I must have tried... Yeah, it's still getting some stuff down there. I'm pretty sure it's due to, like, a height difference. You know what I mean? Or there's just some other value that I'm, like, missing. Or we're losing mass somewhere. I mean, technically we're always losing mass, but... Well, no, we're not losing it, it's just being displaced, you know? But yeah, I just don't know why it does this. It's getting up, down, left, right, blah, blah, blah. Landscape height is fine. Yeah, if I did something like... So this is... water height. Blah, 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 blah. If we just said, like, okay, let's pretend the water at the edge is, like, 100 units taller. Because my initial thought was maybe... Oh, that's a disaster. Maybe it's just... a floating point error. So now it's like really big. And it's like feeding in really big. Although, to be fair, all the water in here is now way bigger because, you know, as we revealed it. I don't know. Let's just lerp it all towards a target value. If we hard lerp it to this target value, then, well, it's totally happy, right? But it also means that we're not going to be able to, like, you know, all the water's just going to, like, zhuzh down. I mean, I probably need to do this anyway to keep it stable. And for, like, things like rivers to just, like, well, okay. Chill the fuck out. Because now this is trying to keep the river at its initial height value. If I wasn't doing this, then it's just gonna, like... Because, like, there are water meshes here. Right, piss off. It's just that they're all hidden under there. But if I did this, then it would try, you know, it would essentially, like, flood, act as like a water source, I guess. But I obviously don't want to do that too hard because then it just... But I obviously don't want to do that too hard because then it just, you know... He's dumb as fuck. Are there previews with you? I don't think so. Because our simulation moves around with us, like with the player. It never, like, outside of here just doesn't exist. So it's kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. And I just, yeah, I don't know. It's so... Yo, Night Cow, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. How are you? Maybe it's the gradient. Oh god, what did I just do there? Oh, characters. Yeeting into the distance. Sorry, Cluster. Yeah, I'm just really... Oh my god, my internet! Why? I'm gonna have to, like... Oh god. Yeah, sorry. Channel points, I'm just terrible with paying attention to anything other than, you know, what I'm autismoing about. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Wow. My internet is just not... It's just not having it. What are our other... Let's just turn off all velocity. No interchange. No... Oh, that's fine. Yeah. When does the stream need to be live for it to be shouted out? Makes no sense. When you raid, you go offline. Yeah, that seems weird. Seems quite weird. Why is that advecting really poorly? There it is. Okay, so it's definitely something to do with the flow. Because I've turned off velocity. It's purely flow related. Yeah. Could it be? I wonder. Playing with live link. Nice, nice. So that's setting all of the flow to 0 at the edges. However, if the flow is 0, that's actually different for each. Right, that would be it. That would create discrepancies between up, down, left, right flow stuff. How the fuck can I unfuck that? I would have to do it in... Oh God, I don't know. Then what's it doing here? So that's just setting height flow to height flow at the edges. Derive the flow surface. I was doing another one up here to do what? Well, nothing. Yeah, I should just be setting the water column height, and it should just be taking care of the rest. Landscape height's the same. Water column height. Should just be getting set to those values. Landscape height, column height. It's not viscosity, is it? Because that gets done to both sides, ins and outs. Now there's just weird... Where's that coming from? Aha. So what's this shit? Interesting. That should just be getting hard set to a water column height. Unless I've just fucked up the domain data, water column height is getting lerped to alpha, this guy. I get saturated, yeah. So it's getting lerped towards this value. Is that... That's correct, though. Because the water column height is landscape height. Sorry, water height in world space minus landscape height, right? This is 100 and that's 50. 100 minus 50 is positive 50, meaning that, yes, this should be 50 high. Oh, is it because this? Have I just fucked up the math? No, I haven't fucked up the math. Why is this so fucked? Like, that should just be white to begin with. I shouldn't need to, like, fill in or anything. Oh, wait, am I fucking something off when I do this? Water curl, water flow, wet. Oh, that's just the wetness. That doesn't fucking matter. Oh, water height flow is just... No, that's just going straight in. Not doing anything there. Velocity we're not using. Okay. Alright, now it should just be doing... No, it's still... really fucky. Let me just go into the A channel of that. Let's get water column height minus... divided by... how deep's that, do we reckon? Maybe like 300. Maybe 500. Fuck it. Chuck that into the alpha. Alpha Chad. So this is showing us the depth of the water. The fuck am I looking at? Ah, no, because I'm not... Main data here. Water column height. There. Water column height. We're lerping that shit. Water column height. Why is it not... What is going on here? Is it a bug? Or am I stupid? Why is it zeroing out? What the fuck is happening at the edges? Eh? Water column height. U. Lerp. Okay, let's just set water... Well, no, because water column height doesn't fucking exist. Alpha. This guy. Which is our edge mask. Is this just the wrong way around, maybe? Am I stupid or what? What's the deal? Is that actually all it was? Am I just like an actual fucking moron? Oh, now, okay, that's odd. No, right. No, this is lerping the middle to the value. So it should be this way. Let's get more edge. More hard edge. Oops, I just did a wide. Alright, how's the stream health now? It seems like it's recovered a bit. Okay, why is that going so fucking slow? Why would the depth be black and then fill in? Water height. Landscape height. Water height minus landscape height. I'm like genuinely so confused. Wait, is it that we get the square, multiply them together, so the edges are black, subtract 1, makes the edges slightly thicker, multiply by a big number, gives us the hard middle. Even if like, if I did like a giga hard boy, water render target. What is possibly telling the water that it should be empty at the fucking edges? Water column height. Column height into the white section. And into the A section is the new height that we want to use. Can I just like put this, let me put this into Bennis. I mean, that's as fucking obvious as it gets, right? Like, Like, that's black. That's white. It's black and white. Like, it's... So then why won't this lerp? I don't know, I just feel like I'm doing something terribly wrong. Yeah, that moves the water column height around. That's fine. Is it maybe the clamps that are fucking it? It wouldn't be. The wetness I don't care about. Let's get the column height. There's the new water column height. Water height flow as new water height flow. Okay, so something's happening to it. Well, there's another classic fucking RVT horse shit. So bad. Classic RVTs. What? What? That shouldn't need to be deleted. That should be just chill. Water height, water height, water height. I guess because... What? Huh? That doesn't... Why? That's a weird shape for a... I mean, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't really matter. Oh, no. The fuck is this? I mean, it's fine, but... So something's happening to the water column height. Before it makes it into here? Which is the water depth. So that's fine. Okay. And that bit there, it doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? But yeah, for here... Okay, well now it's... fine, because, you know... Alright, so if we then do... Could that be the issue, though? No, it's been happening before that. Let me just yeet these down. Okay, so now if we go... Here, drive water flow surface. Then what happens? Right, it's relatively happy. I mean, there's a bit of fucking noise going on, but... why is that not... Oh, the flow calculation, right. Oh, so maybe something in here. No, water column height gets set to be... So that uses previous column height. Well, it's not even alive. Uses the flow. that. Column height current. No, that would just be previous. Why is this happening? This is what I want to know. This edge shit. This edge shearing. What am I not offsetting that I'm supposed to be offsetting? Water height flow. Landscape height is just from the cache. Water column height. Distance field shit isn't getting used. That's not getting used. Flow surface doesn't get used. Not getting. Flow surface doesn't get used. Eat that. Height flow. Let's just skip. Water flow this update. I'll just zero out. Doesn't get used anywhere. Like, this should be getting, like, hard set to be... fuck, I don't know. This is a brain scratch. Is my stream even still alive? It says I've dropped 20,000 frames. Says I've been streaming for 60 seconds. Fucking hell. Let me try separating these into different dudes. No, still doing weird shit. That doesn't make sense at all. How What? Yeah, because if I... Okay, well, aside from the fucking RVT shit. Yeah, this is all coming from the flow being... Maybe if I slow damped it? The flow, at least? Like... Also, this shouldn't be this hard. This should be way softer. But yeah, still, it does that. I'm guessing it's because it's a really hard schmooble-doober. Like, I could try doing something like this. Just for this one. I just don't get why, like, how are these happening? Okay, what if I instead... if I instead applied the mask here. Well, no, because I'd have to apply it. Because this is saying get up, down, left, right, blah, 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 blah. Get the difference between up, down, left, right, blah, 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 blah. And then use that difference to then accelerate the flow by some amount. And then add that to the previous flow. And so I can't really mask it by like a gradient, because that then creates a flow imbalance where it's saying like, okay, well, this cell is giving 100 water to this cell, but this cell is receiving 120 water. And so there's a weird imbalance, which is probably what's creating that gradient, because it's like, oh, we're gaining extra water, and that water runs off into here. So how can I not do that? Samurai Game Prismatic to 5.6 runs much damned better. Video with the new viewport UI, but definitely nice. Interesting. 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 I'm not winning. I'm unwinning. I mean, if I put the friction up to like fucking 1 billion, then it's happy. I just don't understand where this is coming from. These like bits of flow here. Well, I know where that came from. That's just because the RVT MIPS just updated. But down here, there's like this noise. But I don't know what this noise is like derived from. These aren't like rotated or anything, are they? No. Let's just say domain data. Let's just pretend, right, that the landscape is 500 units tall and the water is 1,000, right? Just hard-coded. No fucking around. At all times. So when we move around now, there's weird shit at the edges. The edges is because... Oh, I mean, that's probably where all that noise and shit's coming from, right? Because it's accessing, like, out-of-bounds data. And it's just like, oh, we've got, like, heaps of shit here. But even now, like, that's... What the fuck's going on? And then I do this... But it's like literally saying that it must be floating point bullshit. Let me just try. It must be that as we're transferring water to and from, there's like tiny amounts of losses that then add up very quickly. Go to a big boy. Alright, let's see if it happens if it's 32-bit. Obviously, it's going to happen at the very start, because we're just setting the edge values. Yeah, it still fucking happens. What does that even mean, though? Like... Why is it... Where's the water going? Like, yeah, if I move over here, it's cool. It's like, yeah, cool, cool, cool. But then the water's just disappearing. Where is it going? Where is it going? I mean, this is where this little lerp comes in handy, because it's like... it will, like, correct it towards its, you know, but it's not perfect. And yeah, it's still not enough because it's so close to that value. Maybe a weird fuckery with that? That's just like not doing anything now. What the fuck? Where is the water going? Where is it draining to? What the fuck is happening? There must just be one shitty little piece of math. Or just one little fucking doodad. Maybe it's... okay, you know what? Let me just try something. It shouldn't be this. Wait, now where's all my shit? What the fuck? What? Huh? Domain data, flow surface, flow calculation. New targets. That's fine, yeah, otherwise it would just be... What the fuck? Why was that not working? Okay, so... Interesting. I don't think that's... Why would we be losing... Is it just floating point errors? Like accumulating floating point error. Oh, now it's very unhappy. I think that's because of this instead of this. It seems like abs and thingamajig work very slightly differently. How can I unfuck that? Yo, Fane, how's it going? And Gwendolyn. Hello, hello. Welcome to hell. I'm in the middle of a really stupid bug? Question mark? It doesn't really make I mean, it makes sense, but I hate that it makes sense. Okay, no, it literally makes no fucking sense. Why is this now unhappy? What's delta at 60 FPS? .016 recurring. Oh, good fan. Oh, good fan. How can I... Right, I think I know what the problem is. And yeah, I hate it, so... And also, why does this... Why does absolute stop working? For the outflow values. Like, what's the fucking... Absolute is literally just sine multiplied. I don't know. I'm on the edge of glory. So, if the delta is 0.1, then it seems quite happy. Like it's not, we're not losing mass. So I'm guessing what's happening is because the delta We're doing a bunch of multiplications by delta. And that has, well, infinite, recurring decimal place that would then be getting rounded down, like, yeah, so the fuck is the solution? I guess I just have to, quantize the delta? Let me see, if it's 0.1, is there... What the fuck? 0.01. Still loses shit. So we could... just give up. And just make a mobile game instead. Maybe I just need to give up, get a job, and then pay someone else to do this with the money that I get from working. You know? Jobs are harder than this? No, it's jobs are piss easy. Well, okay, it depends on the job. But they are often very straightforward, at least. Like, hey, can you bake 50 pizzas? Yeah, sure. Why not? Easy. Pizza is good. I could go for some pizza. Yo, is Domino's open at midnight? So what's the issue? We're trying to solve a bit more. Okay, so what I'm doing is simulating the thing. Oh, that was odd. I know that didn't explain much. Hold on, let me just do one thing. Is it this again? Is this getting shitty? 'Cause it's not. Where I'm in Australia. Australia, mate. Bloody ripper. You bloody fucking ripper. Spider tank? We don't have tanks. We just keep them around the house, you know? They all come inside for winter. Is going on here? What's the word was add water input to water sim? Get the domain data. Right, that's trying to. Right, you're gonna go back to here. You are gonna go back to here. I set all the... Ah. Oh, fuck. Right. Why? Where's all my shit? Why? What the fuck? Why are you not... Okay, now it's filling up. Why? What the fuck's going on? Why is this shit so fucked up? You're supposed to... Huh? Ah, right, no, I just meant to fucking fuck. No, it is going into the Z. Right, that's correct. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so water minus landscape should give us new water column height. Let me just do a hard lerp. This guy. Wait, what am I putting into the B channel now? What the fuck? Actually so confused why it's broken. It has to be in a separate stage, yeah. Oh my god, just like fucking work, you shitlord. Why isn't it setting the initial, like the boundary water? Where's all my fucking boundary water, you bitch? And then what the fuck is this shit? Huh? Fuck you, bitch. What? Huh? The fuck is that? Oh wait, is there no interchange, maybe? No, I am doing interchange. You're going to that, you're doing your shit, you're doing this. Fuck you. Yeah. That is going into there. And then this is going to... Can I part the blue sea? I don't know. Do I want to? I think I'd rather just like punch my own ass. Oh, sorry. I didn't see ya. It's okay. I nearly just punched my cat. You good? You funny girl. Very beautiful. I didn't realize she was on my chair. Is that? No, that's just going to the Bennis variable. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I don't understand any of this. I'm getting these. We're getting this stuff. Getting the thing. Landscape height, water data. Everything's fucking drawing to it. Runtime these nuts. Water height. Land interaction height. Runtime virtual butthole. Definitely in bounds. Like, this should be starting full. Like, if I just... Okay, let's... hold the fuck up. Here. Get water domain data. If I just get... You know what? Let me just fucking set... from this lerp, which is going down to here. It's going into here. B is the previous water column height. And we're just going to say, you know what? Fuck it. Everything at the edges is 200. 200 column height. Meaning that it should just be big. Like this. And so if I... The fuck is this shit? That's... Eh? Do you know what I mean? Like fuck off. You know? That should all be... Like, what is this? What are you? Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it that when I move, the... Like, these fucked up lines and shit? Like, what are they even doing? UE5 crashed. Join the club. There's going some masking there to try and stabilize the sim outside the player range. Yeah, well, it's supposed to... The edges are supposed to feed in, like, act as input to the simulation. So, for example, this is supposed to always be 200. Meaning that if I just, like, run across... then this should just, like, be full, you know? Because, like, the edge should be height 200, and then, you know, it should be kind of panning itself into here. Yeah, like, it should be setting a height at that edge. Water column... height. And then in here we look at get water landscape height. Make sure that's not it. Water column height. Up, down, left, right. I don't know, maybe I'll just try clamping these. Yeah. What's... No. Yeah. But, like, it shouldn't matter The out of bounds shit. Let me first try making this. Just if I like made this way smaller, right? So we just get the difference in height. It's gonna be such a fucking small value. And like, how does that happen? And then yeah, it all kind of dies because floating point bullshit. And now the flow is like really slow. But yeah, okay, I just don't understand this part. Why is it setting it back to be 0 when, like, I'm moving it? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Because, like, I'm literally setting this variable to be that value. At this stage. If I just set water column height to be 100, or maybe, yeah, whatever, 100, all the time, it still makes no fucking sense. How? I don't know. It must be something to do with the offsetting. The pixel offsetting. Is it 'cause the... Let me just try... Is it 'cause these are like fucking... They're not actually floats though, but maybe it's... Maybe it's fucking itself. No, still getting fucked. Okay, so what if I just... Oh, God. Oh, no, that's an easy one. So if I just get water grid... pardon me. Number of cells. We'll just do it clampy. Max is going to be this -1. And this is going to be Zato. Let's get U. And then U. Same. So this will just make it like duplicate the value when it... What the fuck? Should be copying its value. Is there already like an edge? Does look like it, actually. Okay, well, it looks like it fixed it that way and that. So sideways is fine. Ah, right, that one. Huh. So now it's just going to be copying them. Which might help as they get moved around. It's still got... It's still not gonna help the... You know, like the losing mass. The loss of mass. The massive loss. I mean, that's a lot healthier. But again, it's going to start losing mass over time. For whatever reason. Well, from floating point errors, apparently, right? So if the delta was... 0.1 in flow calculation. Wait, what the fuck? Shouldn't that happen? Oh no, that happens first. Okay, well, it still does happen at a fixed delta. But it's like way, way slower. Fuck. Okay, well, okay, I have an idea. And that idea is for something like a lake, which is what we're dealing with here. A lake can maybe just, like, really enforce its water column height to be some fucking value. I don't know. And only really give a shit, like, at the edges. At the edging. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck, I don't know. Because, like, for a river, we don't give a fuck about, like, losing some water. Because it's constantly replenishing from the edge. And it's, like, always moving. And it's always, like, you know, doing that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, for anything else, we just don't give a fuck. And yeah, we can still, like, play around on the surface of the lake. But maybe we just tell it to, like, to just fuck off in terms of flow. Except at the edges. Maybe. So yeah, maybe we just let lakes be permanent water bodies. Because, like, the rivers, I don't really want them to be, like, water sources, if that makes sense. I want the edge of the river at the edge of the simulation to be a water source. As in, like, you know, constantly replenishing. And I want the lake, or, like, a fixed pool of water to just kind of chill. What the fuck's that doing, huh? Oh, right, because I'm not at this. Right, I need to be able to interact with the new surface. Oh, that's a whole fucking thing, isn't it? Right, I need to speed the fucking flow up again. So yeah, like this. That's the edge. Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Huh? Angry. Angry. This is so much fuckery. Like, what? What the fuck is this shit? Can block the river water with a boulder if it's a source. I mean, yeah. That's kind of out of scope. That would have to be something that's like gameplay programmed. And then reflected in the system, you know? Because, like, yeah. Like, you know, I could put a rock in here and block the water. And it would pool up and whatever. But as soon as I, like, go to here, you know, it's not going to care if there's a boulder back here outside of the simulation zone. Or draw to the RVT, wouldn't it just work? Well, you got to think like, let's say I'm up here, right? There's this fucking crazy ass river doing its thing. Let's say I put a boulder here, and I block this off, and then I go all the way down to here. It's like, well, the boulder and that whole thing is just completely out of the simulation. So it would think that this is still, you know, the edge would be feeding in. However, you could, if it was, you know, gameplay driven, like CPU driven, you could be like, okay, well, the boulder is blocking here, therefore let's get our river spline and disable drawing to the RVT from that point onwards. And so then it would, yeah, the river would stop being a source. Like a replenishing source. Did you know the amount of fun that appears when you walk through water? It's because I've got the input velocity turned up to like 100 times. Just so I can like move water around with my mouse a lot easier. So I can do like this kind of thing. To just shoot water, you know, over the surfaces. Also, what's happening here? I don't really understand. What is this shit? Oh, that's the... It just looks like super noisy. Is that just like a... Like, what the fuck is that? Is that because I'm drawing some of the flow to the... the normals? Because the velocity wouldn't look like that. Maybe I spoke too fucking soon. Oh, no, because I draw some of that to the... Yeah. Velocity here. What a velocity is that plus some of the fucking flow? Yeah, so this will look a lot better. No, apparently not. What the fuck are you? Why? Is that just clipping? Yeah, okay. It's just because I've set these up like fully fucked up. Right, and it's the normals. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So fucking dumb. This whole thing is giving me a headache. So this is just flow now. Well, there's still velocity, but it's not... They're not interchanging. or not feeding back into each other. So you can see that, like, waves should be possible. No, because that's just going to propagate at a fixed wavelength, which isn't really how waves work, right? Or is it only doing that because it's thin? Is that for a given thingo? If I get a ball... No, it'll just propagate at the same speed. Although, interestingly enough, if I do... like, this flow... technically means I don't have to do, like, a ripple propagator. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, this is doing ripple shit, but through the flow mechanism. That's another weird thing, is that the... no, it's still fucked. It's still fucked. I just don't know what's going on down here. I guess because we're constantly setting the flow back to... because, yeah, it's from all this noise that this comes about. No, it isn't actually. It's from constantly losing mass that comes about. No, please make update to UE5.6. You can use the 5.5 version. It shouldn't... nothing should break. You should be able to just put it in the folder and you know, it'll be done. What are you doing? Now that's funny. Is that's not even like doing the uppity downity. I mean, it should be. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is, it is. Jesus Christ. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, hopefully it works at some point. Wouldn't that be nice if it just worked? And now it's feeding back. Yep, it's not happy, it's not happy. Is it if that's higher or lower that it... I think it's if it's lower, it is happier. Oh, I just want to die. Maybe I'll just buy fluid flux and just see how they do it, and then just rip it off, you know. What do you guys reckon? Alright, is this stable? I mean, no, because the fucking vorticity confinement just does weird shit all the time. Like, what the fuck is this? And this fucking fuck. Where was the curl gradient? U, no more. Alright, let's see if this... I mean, look, at least this looks funny, you know, and exciting. Okay, yeah, so the vorticity confinement is doing some weird shit, but it's not the whole issue. That's what causes that weird fucking shitty noise. The other thing is, like, here is a bit fucked up. Whereabouts is that? That's down here. I mean, no, that's fine, actually, because it's not propagating, at least. And yeah, that just makes sure that it can't go up there very much. It'll just bounce off. I mean, that's an important part, you know, is that it doesn't go all the way up shit. I forgot that I've got my time of day system in here. It's getting dark. Yeah, still more of that weird feedback. I mean, you know, it could just be wind. Maybe it's just wind. Who gives a actual fuck? So, where did all that water come from? Like, where's all this? There's no water here. What the fuck? I guess that's all flow, but there's no... I mean, now there... Huh? I mean, yeah, because I'm leaving water on the ground. But that's just like it's coming from nowhere. It literally is coming from nowhere. Is that because I turned off the viscosity fella? No, that's the interchange. Why do you fuck off? Yeah. Okay, right. So that's just not... It's no longer spontaneously creating water. Because we need... Okay, well... What the fuck was that, huh? What the fuck? I mean, I know why it's doing that. Because of this shit. And then as it moves... And it fades into whatever the fuck this zone is. The fuck zone. Oh god, I don't know. I just want to... No, I mean, look, it's doing something. It's definitely water, you know? Like, it's some kind of fucking shit. I feel wide today? Hell yeah, I do. I'm so damn thick. Nice. What is that? Oh, was I using that to... What? That's my Z height, but... Is that affecting the wetness value? Right, because I'm creating water. That's why it's doing weird shit. I just thought of an idea on how I could do ocean stuff. Nah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I said texture looks awesome. Thanks, Sub. Thank you. So what are our current issues? We've got volume loss, which means that on lakes, we end up with a divot, which means that water starts flowing in towards us, which looks dumb as fuck. That can be alleviated by just lerping the water back to its target position, like the lake's target position, at a faster pace. And for something like rivers, we would not want to do that. For rivers, we might want to do a very slow lerp, but, you know. So I guess we'll need some kind of channel in an RVT that tells us whether it's a permanent or a flowing water body. So, you know, is it a Minecraft water source block? And then yeah. Then the other problem is that we're not going to get wave-like behavior. With the current model. Yeah, that's... That's the vibe. That's the vibe I'm giving off. Ugh. I still think like the edge feeding for the rivers and streams is like a really good idea. Also edge feeding for like rainfall and shit is a no-brainer. Edge feeding for puddles is a good one. Good idea. Because we wouldn't want puddles to like replenish and shit. We'd want them to just move around and then reset when you go out of bounds and stuff. So yeah, I guess it is just a matter of having replenishing versus non-replenishing water sources. The only thing about having a replenishing water source is that it's also going to lerp back down the other way. Unless I only make it an additive. Like, only ever do it if it goes below a certain thing. And then just the natural volume drainage will just, you know... I think what I'll do over the next few days is I'll gut the entire thing. Well, I'll do a commit. A git commit. And then just like maybe redo the whole thing from the ground up. Well, not like ground up, but let's see. Are there any papers? Alright. Ocean wave height field simulation. 2.5D ocean wave simulation simplifies a 3D problem by treating the ocean surface as a height field, allowing for a more computationally efficient simulation while still capturing key aspects of wave behavior. This approach is particularly useful in scenarios where full 3D simulation is computationally expensive or unnecessary, such as in game development or visualization applications. Blah, 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 blah. 2D wave equations, solve the 2D grids, simulating the propagation of waves across the surface, SWE. Some cases, shallow water equations, SWE are used, which is suitable when the wave length of the waves is much larger than the water depth. Yeah. Advantages, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, show me the thing. Viscoelastic wave model. Viscoelastic. I like the sound of that. TD seismic modeling, blah, 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 blah. 3D modeling suffers huge computational burden. No, this isn't about ocean waves. It's about fucking seismic waves. Suck my seismic wave, you bitch, man. I want ocean. Man. That's not a simulation, brother. That's a fucking... No, that's obvious. It's not a... Fuck you, AI. Why can't you summarize better? I wonder if fluid flux is used by now. Ocean wave simulation with fast Fourier transform. That's not a simulation, you 3D animation showing formation of tsunami. Okay, this is... Okay. That's not a simulation. Check this out. Where's my damn OBS? Look, it's totally physically simulated. I don't know. Ooh, hello. No, that's... I don't know. The Goon Army. Oh. All right, here's my... Here's the new plan, right? So, new plan. We give up. No, new plan, and keep in mind, is my stream keep dropping or some shit? Okay, new plan. Tackle this tomorrow. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. New plan. Because fuck water. All right. What we have, or what I can achieve, or what I have achieved, like this. Right? This is acceptable. This kind of, like, behavior, this would be totally fine for, like, the edge of, like, you know, the shoreline, the shore waves. This would be totally fucking fine. And this would be totally fine for, like, the rain, you know, when it's heavy rain and shit. Am I even on? I am on, yeah, okay. Heavy rain, water runoff, whatever. This is also totally fine for, like, rivers and shit, which would have edging, I guess. Whatever. So I think what we do is we just say for, like, lakes and permanent water bodies, we just fucking lerp that shit constantly to be full. And we'd probably do the exact same with, like, ocean waves, where we just, like, we just constantly lerp in the simulation. We just use our predetermined wave bullshit, and as it gets close to, you know, a rock or a cliff or a shoreline or a whatever, then that is where it turns into the simulated stuff, and it can, you know, have a bit of fall off and whatever. So that should be way more. Like, we don't have to we don't have to have a water simulation model that can travel 20 meters looking like a fucking perfect Gerstner wave. You know what I mean? That's dumb as fuck. So I think we just leave the water simulation for, like, the actual simulation for the edges of water and flowing water. And that's it. I'm not going to try and, like, fancify the shit out of it and whatever. And that way it doesn't even have to be, like, stable, you know? As long as we can have water and push the water out of the water body, and it can, and then it can just slurp its way back down, or we can just have water everywhere and have it do its bullshit, or have a river that's drawing to the height RVT, like constantly sucking up water into it. Yeah. From the edges, edging. So the edges will always hard lerp, and then the center will soft lerp based on some fucking RVT value, of which I don't know what channel I'm going to use. Maybe the mask channel would be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Or I might just need a second RVT. What are the new UE5.6 UI? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I will soon. TM. Alright, let's get out of here. I think I won't stream this weekend. I'm going to be busy. Yeah. Sorry, I was lost in thought. I think that's a good plan. I think, therefore I am. So we scrap trying to get waves looking wavy, and we just let deterministic wave bullshit do the wavy waves. Whether or not that's like fully Yeah. 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 It should be good. It should be fine. It should be good. I need to get my river spline going again and all that kind of stuff. But aside from that... yeah, I think I'll just work on it off stream. Right, let's raid TF out of here. Apologies for the short stream. 4 hours. You know. I wanna finish the water soon, like the behavior of the water, so that I can like do fun shit, like optimizing. There's also 2 more ideas I need to, I guess, prototype, and that is doing the not offsetting the values every single frame. So binding a, like, hey, we moved the threshold. We moved past a threshold. Move the values by an amount, and then overwrite the values that are empty with, you know, the RVT and that kind of stuff, but only for those pixels. So that will be a pretty big optimization in terms of like overhead. And then the other optimization I wanted to do was to test out doing staggered, like ping-pong simulations. So considering the water is like expensive, or more expensive, it'd probably be do the water on frame A, and then do the deform / wind / bubbles on frame B. But then while we're doing frame B, frame A will be lerping from its previous to its current position. Or, you know, thingo. So that should be... in theory, that would cut the cost of, you know, the simulations in half. The more it's divvied out over time, the less it costs per frame. Crafter Reigns, congratulations! Also, we're going to be rating Chura, Twitches. With that, we say goodbye. I nearly didn't do my catchphrase. But yeah, congrats. You sound like you're going to be busy as fuck. Sounds scary. I can't even, like, I can't even commit to looking at Discord, you know. Anyway, To all the YouTubes, thanks for watching. And with that, we say goodbye for a little while. Bye.